Hey there, folks. It is 5:02 p.m. Thursday, August 11th, 2022. And 11 seconds. Okay, question. A lot of people are talking about awakening metaphysically. Not using that mic, let's move it. Oh, excuse me. Turn the fans off. A lot of people are talking about waking up metaphysically, seeing things, knowing things. People are exploring that unknown reality, realm, whatever you want to call it. Personally, I often use the word realm because it has to do with a basic certain area. And as much as I'm in and out of different dimensions, looking, seeing, and my energy outside of the body, it's more commonplace for me. We're about to do video on dimensions too, but I need to put this one out first, because I want you to be aware of some things. The video I'm going to make immediately after I record this one, when you're laying in bed and you're paralyzed, you're locked up, you can't move, what do? Well, everyone freaks out. Almost everyone freaks out. That's kind of the normal expected response, isn't it? Like, what the hell's got me? What do you do? How do you handle it? Well, I'm going to explain all that in the video, but first, before I talk about that, I need to talk about, actually waking up, becoming aware, and why should you do it? Is it real? Is it something that actually exists? We're told from birth that there's no such thing. And the religious people say there's no such thing. Yet they say Jesus Christ was one, and he's coming back. But if someone says that they can do these things, you can't believe them because they're false prophets, and we already got ours. But when Jesus comes back, who's going to remember what he looked like? I mean, religions are full of nonsense. And the original first being servants, the smaller ones, they go around putting their energy down into people's brains through the upper crown, middle crown, lower crown, hypothalamus, and control you. And they tell you that's true, and you say, that's true. And you know it. And after you're conditioned long enough, you just kind of get stuck on stupid. It's not your fault. Most all people most all people, when they hear about other people seeing things and everything else, they just, it's like, I don't know, I've never seen anything, how come they are and I'm not? One reason might be because they're looking. They're actively seeking and using their abilities. They're learning how to use it. When you first got on a bicycle, did you take off and ride around without touching the handlebars? I don't think so. Same thing as anything else, folks. the true reality, what really exists, is so much more simple than you can understand until you have a new way to look at things, and that's what I want to give you. I know I give consultations again. I don't have a pay me forward button or, you know, whatever. I don't have that. It's not about that. It's about helping you understand things. Now, you can't right now go to the Spiritual Foundation and look at all the merchandise and get information off of the different types of stones that we offer, because we explain what they do. We explain the energy behind the stone. And it's not to talk to the celestial beings, okay? That's a bunch of crap. Celestite, a really good stone, that's relative to the hypothalamus gland, which is like a nexus for all the energy going on through the brain, through the solar plexus, through the heart, all the way down to the base. It all goes through, at one point, goes all through the hypothalamus. The heart energy and the hypothalamus gland of the brain work together to create understanding, using knowledge, you know, data, and feelings, and then developing it through everything else. But that's another video. When you lay in bed and you're paralyzed, what do? What's going on? How could that happen? It doesn't happen to everyone. If it happens to you and you tell somebody about it, and what are they going to say? Yeah, you okay? I think you need to go see a doctor. I mean, you know. And there's so many people that are so full of crap that are on the internet saying this and that. You know, what do you do? Where do you go? I'm not here for hype and glitter. I'm not. My channel, the people that watch me and subscribe, there's so many subscribers, but there's a lot of people watching. It's people who want to wake up. So we're not the majority, but it's about to turn around anyway. It's been made not to be the majority. Is one thing I want to warn you about when you wake up that you might not be too happy about. I've actually had a couple complaints before. And when I say couple, I mean two. And they weren't strong ones. They were just saying that, you know, both of them said the same thing. It's a man and a woman, you know, individually. And they said, Jay, you know, I don't know if I was better off before I could see for myself what's going on. And, you know, they said it and they kind of felt like that, but both of them had the same exact feeling. I said, do you want me to take out of you what I put in you and put you to sleep? And they said, no. No, 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 no. Why? If you're a lion in a cage and someone pokes you all the time, just on and off, but they're invisible, that's kind of freaky. That'll bother you. It'll make you real mad. It'll make you wonder what the hell's going on. You have no idea. Excuse me, but when you can see it for yourself, it's a whole new world. You understand. You might not be happy because all your life you've been lied to with all these religions and everything else. Your parents lied to you. Why? Because that's what they understood. That's what was done to them. They were controlled to believe that. So, what do? It's up to you. But that's why I created Metaphysically Speaking, to help you understand some things. And the current J.R. Essex YouTube channel I have, it's aggressive. There's been a lot of fighting going on for years. Still is. But when people first start waking up, I don't want them thinking about that. That's heavy stuff. And guess what? The bad guys have done nothing but keep losing. They keep losing. They keep dying. They keep disappearing. Something else I'm going to do a video about. I forgot to put it in my little list here of videos to make, and it changes all the time. is when people die, they just go home to the other side. They're free of the body. They're out of jail. And people are worried about them, and 99.999% of the time, the people that get out of the body, they look at them and say, wow, those poor people, they're still in a body. The only time they don't say that is when they run away so far to get away from the third dimension, because they don't want any damn part of it, because they're finally free of it. So in my book, that's 100%. Your metaphysical abilities belong to you. It's no gift. You have the ability. It's part of you. It's your own personal spirit coming out of your body in different places, and each different place that comes out, that place is made to enhance certain frequencies, so you can use those, extend yourself to come out of your body and use those frequencies. This is part of you, your frequencies, to see, feel, and understand things. This is very important for when we talk about when you get locked up in bed, or your friends. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens. You're being controlled, and you can't move. And also it happens with the ETs. I have some very, very close friends that are ETs and hybrids. Hell, I'm a hybrid myself. And we talk pretty much all the time. I don't bother them. They got big stuff they're here to do. Telepathy, is it real? Yes. Why can't everyone do it? Because it's not like going like this, okay? You have to use your abilities. Anyone can pick up a dart and throw it at a board. Maybe hit the wall, maybe hit the board. But to be able to hit double and triple 20s, you have to focus. You have to practice. Like anything else, like the getting on a bicycle thing, you have to work it. You have to get in there and get used to it. Now, nice thing about learning how to use your metaphysical abilities, you're not gonna, the first time you ride a bike, you're not gonna go sideways and just literally take out the your neighbor's bushes with your face. I don't know who did that. Left an imprint for a couple weeks. But the more you do it, the more it develops, the more you understand, the more happens. And the next thing you know, it's like a roller coaster, right? When it's just starting to take off and it starts going up the hill, a little difficult, you get to the top, and then whoosh, you start. It's not that much of a straight down whoosh, but all of a sudden you're going, and it's really nice. When you find out what's really going on, it's exciting. And also, it's like, why the hell did no one ever tell me about this? Why, why? Why doesn't everyone know? You were made not to know. That was the literal law of your God, your Allah, your Yewa, your Bing-a-bong, boom boom, whatever stupid name they have. In India, they had, a couple hundred of these things? Whatever, it's stupid. It's all a bunch of crap. When I was in my last life, when I was Gandhi, I tell people, put the books down for a minute and just stand up heart to heart. I'm not saying destroy the books. I'm not saying throw them away. I'm not saying never read them again. But for a minute, just put them down and walk away from them. Come out here in this clearing and everybody stand shoulder to shoulder. And people would, and then they start talking. And they were feeling their heart energy. I used to talk to ETs all the time too, as Gandhi. Anyway, going into past lives and everyone else, and everything else. People say, "Well, Jay, how come I can't do that right now? How come I haven't done it before?" It's because you're starting. When you sit in a roller coaster seat, it doesn't go crazy all over the place. It's slow going. Well, when you're riding a bike, when you're learning how to ride a bike, it's the same thing. You get on that thing and you're wobbling and everything. You don't get on there and just go 45 miles an hour. Check it out. No hands. It doesn't work like that. It takes time. You need a little patience. And you have to get over the fact that everyone says it's a lie. Well, not everyone. That the vast majority of people just don't believe in it. They believe in a mother's intuition. They believe in animals and their special senses. But humans don't have it. What's in the animals? What's in mothers? What's in you? Spirit, sentient energy. These, I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to let it go. These are not gifts. They are you extending yourself through the body that you're temporarily imprisoned in. And some of you did not, a lot of you, this life did not want to be there. So, there's no door in your brain to unlock. There's no magical, mystical chant or, it's nothing. It's just relaxing, taking a couple full breaths, get a lot of oxygen in there, and then when you do that, the frequencies in your whole body, they relax, but the frequencies in your mind, they really loosen up. And when you do that, they're literally very similar to the field energy that's in there. It's part of me. I'm waiting to help. It literally, I shouldn't have said that because people think I'm making this crap up about me. I'm not. I'm here for you. You do whatever you want with what I got, but I'm here for you. I don't matter. Nothing can hurt me. But I can't just go somewhere and do nothing. I can't just sit there and watch this stuff happen. I can, I won't. Okay, let's calm down. I don't matter, man. You all matter. That's what matters to me, is every last one of you. For everyone to have good lives. And the compassionate creation's format is being changed from that of abuse to compassion. And those that aren't compassionate won't be having lives. They'll have their own place to live. And if they're a problem and abusive aggressive, I'm just going to keep getting rid of it. Let's just say that, okay? Anyway, when you get scared or really mad, your DNA does crinkle up in a ball. A lot of people have talked about that. It just kind of scrunches up. And when that happens, physically, your immune system doesn't work. Your metaphysical abilities can't flow out of your body because they're all, tensed up and twisted. Your frequencies, it messes them up. Your pineal, your pituitary, they're all made to work with you, your frequencies going through. But if your frequencies get crazy, they're not going to fit down the little pipe to get out, okay? There's no pipe. I'm trying to, express a thought here. So, take a couple breaths, relax. When you do, your mind literally starts becoming it calms down to the point where it can flow into the field. And then from there, you ask for information and you'll get it. Okay? But you have to start by relaxing. And people tell you can't do something, just say why. Ask them why. Why is this not possible? It's proven people can do this stuff. Yeah, but they're special people. Why? No one's any better than anyone else. Everyone has these abilities. Some people have been messed with by the original first being male and female, and some others that they're all gone now. They're all dead. Where they couldn't use their abilities. There's not that many. Those consultations I have that we offer through Dan and I offer through the Spiritual Foundation. I fire you up hard. And sometimes you feel it hard, sometimes you feel almost nothing. It's all the same. It doesn't matter. It's not water running in your hand. This is energy. It's totally different. And my energy keeps changing. Oh, it's stronger than it's ever been. But the recent people I'm cranking up and other people have cranked up that I go back and change the energy a little bit, make it stronger. What they're saying literally is my energy now is so thick. It's almost pliable. And my buddy Forrest was trying to explain it. And I said, it's kind of like gel. He goes, yeah, it's like a gel. Anyway, that's because I'm really close to getting out of this body. I want you all to be happy. Why shouldn't you understand who you really are? Why shouldn't you understand what you've been put through and who did it to you? Why shouldn't you understand that all that is in a process of changing? Why shouldn't you be happy? Why shouldn't you have hope? Why shouldn't you learn how to appreciate yourself more? There's no reason for any of that. I'm going to get to this other video, but when you see something, you saw it. The hard part's just understanding exactly what you saw. Was it a message? What was it? What's going on? And before I get out of here, let me say this too. And again, I'll go further into depth in these other things I have before, but for whatever length of time I have still stuck in this body, I'm going to do everything I can for everyone. And these videos are great. It doesn't cost a penny. There's no donate or there's nothing. It's just getting on the internet. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Odyssey, and apparently I got some stuff on Rumble. I had opened up an account, but I never did anything with it. But I had them get a hold of me one time and say, this one video I talked about didn't meet their whatever, and I'm just like, whatever, who cares? Rumble's nice though. It's a good place. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to insinuate anything else. Anyway, that's all free. You know, if you take the time to listen to what I say, and I realize sometimes it's a little hard to follow me. You will find out who you are, and you will realize you have abilities that are they're like no cartoon hero that's ever existed, except the difference is it's real. So telekinesis, yes, it's telekinesis, moving stuff with your energy. No, telepathy is what I was trying to say. You see people moving stuff, telekinesis, it's all bullshit. It's all rigged. But telepathy, very real. The even zeta reticuli, grays, serpoians, the same basic family of beings. Their skin, they don't have like hair and all, they have really thick skin, kind of silver. They have literally a lot of sunlight, like atomic radiation hitting them. And that's why their bodies develop like that. So, for those of you that are or are not aware, you know, the U.S. government has sent some astronauts down there. The Evans came, dropped a person off, and the U.S. butchered them, just tortured them, typical stupid, aggressive, disgusting asshole attitude towards them. And the Evans took really good care of the astronauts, but because of the amount of radiation in there from the two suns, for the ones they call the Evans, the Sepoians, they wound up dying from radiation. Anyway, what I was saying is, when you see something, and you think you do hear someone, and you feel someone's presence, or you feel someone's presence near you, the very first thing you do is look and see, is this male or female? Now, there's a reason for this. The very first thing you do is you look. Use your pineal. Use your scanner. Is this thing male or female? Use your solar plexus. Okay, I'm getting to the heart in a minute. And then once you get a feeling that you might see a figure of a man or woman, you're just going to get an understanding that it's male or female, or it's both, or close. The more you do it, the more accurate you get in what you're seeing, the easier it is to see exactly what is there. So that's what you do first. And number two, then you use your heart. Powerhouse. The heart's a powerhouse, works with everything. Then you feel into this thing. You can go back in time. You saw it, it's gone. It's like, oh no, I can't do anything. Bull crap. You just go back in time. You using your true self, okay, spirit, sentient energy. You can go back and forth around time and everything else all the time, to coin a phrase. So you just go back in your mind and you go look at it. You think you're going into the memory banks in your brain? No, you're actually, your spirit is going through time and you're re-looking at it. What people call a photographic memory, that's literally being able to go back a few moments and lock in and see that. Most, not all, but most people with the photographic type memory, as far as what they call it, they're solar plexus based. Go through the scanner. Anyway, then you see if it's, you see if it's male or female, and then you feel, are these positive or negative? Why are they here? What do I feel? Do I feel like they're here to hurt me? Do I feel like they're here to talk to me? Do they have compassion they're putting out? And the more you do it, the easier it is. And then also, if they're putting out compassion to you, but there's something that there's a few frequencies just don't feel right, they're probably lying to you. Throwing out frequencies of compassion, but in reality, there's a reserved set of frequencies where they're just saying, this will take care of the guy, lie to him or whatever. The thing is, there's very few of those individuals left anymore. 2009, I started fighting with the other side before I ever talked to other people. It just started immediately. The original first being male and female. So. But forget about the fighting. Just know that the other side's really clean. There's still little issues here and there. But that's the first thing you do. Find out, is it male or female? When you go to see if it's male or female, you're starting to focus your pineal. Excuse me. It's like exercise. Okay? You're conditioning yourself. That's why I say do it. Well, that's one of the two reasons why. The other reason why is immediately you need to find out, is it male? Is it female? Is it a combination of the both? What is this thing? Does it have a gender? If it doesn't feel like it has a gender, it still might. You just can't perceive it yet. Okay? And then just feel what it's there for. And then the third thing from that point is to be to look at it and go at it and communicate. All right, folks. I appreciate you. I really do. I'm doing all I can. But when this body's dead and I come out, you'll see. No more talk. Just action. And you'll understand. Some really rough things are going to happen, but the compassionate are going to be absolutely fine. The problem makers, you're going to see them suffer. That's the whole point of it. Before they're destroyed, they need to understand. They need to understand by personal experience that what they did was wrong. Excuse me, and then they'll be deleted. Folks, love you anyway. Don't mean to be so hard. I just wanted to talk about you starting to use your abilities and starting to have more faith in yourself. Other people are going to make you, if you talk to too many people about it, they're going to make it doubt yourself. First thing they'll do. Why? The first reason is it doesn't make sense to anything they've ever been told. The second reason, which is tied in with the first, is that they can't do it. So why should you be able to do it? And the third reason is that would just totally destroy my whole thought concept for what's real. Yeah, well, from what everyone's been told and taught. But when you wake up, you know. And you have abilities you can't begin to understand yet. Folks, love you. Take care and have a good one.